You know what to do when you prepare a music capture. And after the show, though, when the show's done, is when the record-keeping part kicks in. And more, the librarians are being asked to be the database central of the organization, not only for the historical performance records, but for everything concerning that particular concert, the timings of the pieces, who the conductor, I mean, all that stuff. And if you don't have OPAS, this becomes very cumbersome. So you have to come up with a way to catalog all of this information and have it accessible for the people upstairs who call and say, when was the last time we did Janacek, whatever? You know, you need to have a way to find that out, whether it's on a 3x5 card or whether it's in a database. Okay. Some of you may be familiar with William Bolcom's piece called Songs of Innocence and Experience. This is an amazing work, and actually it won a Grammy for the University of Michigan and Leonard a year or two ago. It's about 3 hours long. It calls for everything plus the kitchen sink. And so to paraphrase Mr. Bolcom's title, here are Marcia's words of innocence and experience. Librarian needs to be accessible to all, but still needs to know when to say no. You cannot possibly be too prepared. I'm convinced. You can never be too prepared. And along the same lines, you can never have your music ready too early. I wish that were true, but it's not. Love your volunteers. Love those volunteers. And be polite to everyone. That hurts me a lot. I have to tell you. I like to be real smart. I like it in case you can't tell. But politeness, you know, more and more I think our society has forgotten how to be polite. And I don't want to get real political and wishy here, but it has been my experience that when I am polite to others, they are polite to me. And that's really all I want. If I expect them to respect me, I have to respect them. So polite is nice. This next one shows how far we have come in 25 years. When you write something online, please realize that the minute you hit that send button, the whole galaxy can read it. I cannot caution you too much about this. And we've even had some real interesting things happen within the MOLA circle for people who sent something online, thought it was a private email, and it wasn't. So just be very careful out there, okay, online. If you make a mistake, it's okay, because we all do. We all do. Even if there are people in the organization who say they don't. They do, okay? And it's okay to acknowledge the error and to talk about what, if you could do it again, what would you have done differently to avoid it? Because sometimes we make mistakes inadvertently. We aren't sitting in our offices trying to decide how we're going to derail the symphony. I mean, we really don't. And it's okay when we make a mistake to say, you know, I messed up, I'm really sorry, what can I do to fix this? And then just move on. Move on, okay? One of the things we try and do in our library is that if something does not go according to the way the library thinks it should go, we talk about it at the end of the week so we can say, you know, what did we learn from this? Is there something we could do next time? If this comes up again, how can we avoid falling into that same crater? If somebody makes an error outside the library that impacts the library, you should, I recommend, talking to that person privately and saying, you know, when you decided X, Y, Z, this is how it impacted the library. I'm sure you did not intend for it to impact the library in this way, but I need you to know that this is what happened. How can we work on this so it doesn't happen again? Because a lot of times, we just get mad, we slam the door, we say things maybe we ought not say. Never. But it doesn't fix the problem, and it doesn't address the issue. Avoidance is not the way to go on most of these things. And remember that your boss, regardless of what it says on paper, your boss is the performing organization. Your bosses are the performing organization. organization. And your job is to make their job easy, okay? That's kind of like our little library mantra. What can we do to make their job easy so that audience will come back? Because if we don't have an audience, all of us are going to do that 202-364-1245 number, okay? So make sure that you're doing all that you can, ask for the help that you need to do all that you can, and may the force be with you. Okay? Thank you very much. And